side NPC. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling. I'm excited for this top 8 for sure.
Yes, it's of course, an extravagant mid-best top 8. We have a lot of great competitors here. We got the bracket ready here for this top 8. I'm sure we got a graphic ready to pull up as well. But I mean, we're about to have our players starting things off with RYAZO and Kane on the winner's side, with BEPAW and Makona on the opposite side of that. Then SSK up against K-Tang in the loser side, and then CALLISTO versus Inochi. So a nice little character spread to look forward to throughout the rest of this bracket. We're going to start it off with 6. Kane, I'm trying to Percival. I thought so. It's like, don't quite remember offhand, but yeah, Kane on the Percy to continue things. And Percy been cooking in this patch. Like, you're a Percy player as well, right? So how you feel about Percy in this build?
Definitely got some very much needed changes, but Kane has also been a Percival loyalist. Even from the launch of this game, when people were like, Percival is just downgraded Siegfried, getting power crept by the new character. Right. Kane was still on this character from day one, has been repping him in every local bracket that he's played in still, and has stuck with the character to this day, and now he's eating good. That's
the story, I feel like, for a lot of vanilla players. On top of that, just the fact that they have stuck with these characters through thick and thin, not changed them out, just really committed to learning the ins and outs, and it's really paid off in spades for a lot of the cast, especially on the side of Percival. It's going to be scary to see that damage output, especially on 6 with the lower health that we have in this version. Still quite the potent character, going to be difficult to lock down, especially when you're looking at RYAZO, trying to keep things locked down with the EX Rekka to start things off.
For sure, and getting started already parrying out of the offense, not trying to hold any of this pressure.
See, we're trying to temper expectations to that 5U from 6. We had the 5L to try to call out a possible teleport. RYAZO testing interactions here, but DP from Kane going to reset that neutral.
And only taking 1 stock to start off here too.
Stock teleport off 5U. Guard cancels out. Corner.
Plus frames. Nice going into the low for a little bit of damage. It goes to the other side.
Interesting, you're giving up so much ground, but at least you found the corner position. Flame Carpet is still a threat here. We can set up another one if we want to. Now that we got this corner position, there it is.
Right, and the plus frames too.
Oh, nice. Had to steal the back of that guard cancel. And beautiful decision from Kane there. You're being calm, cool, and collected. I saw the hesitancy for a moment after that not demon flip, but the Gate of Demons, right? It looked like an anti-hero was possibly going to be there with that 2H, but remembering the fact that you have the damage over time, a Flame Carpet just hold your ground. Nice follow through, Raging Chain. We're also going to open up with a strong combo.
Yeah, such a familiar sequence too, building exactly enough meter to get things started off with an explosive start. And nice mash too. The risk reward on mashing there is always good, and Kane very aware of the situation here.
Oh, geez. That was a great command dash there from Kane. Unfortunately, getting called out by Gate of Demons. Look, the Fafnir corner. All right, hold. No! I get the idea! No! That was the right call from Kane, but the ult dive kick from RYAZO really opens the opportunity here to side swap.
Yeah, now it's Kane on the back foot, but with a lot of space here in Percy's strong range.
Okay, all right, there we go. Got the throw.
Goes for it again.
Very smart plays from Kane here to keep applying that Flame Carpet. It adds pressure without you having to do anything. And honestly, a good mentality to have is let the damage over time happen, not to panic and put yourself in a bad situation. But when your life is so low, the panic starts to set in. You do have that Snake Strike, like a big call out here with the Raging Chain, and again, opening, just like the second round did in the last game.
Yeah, RYAZO catching on to some of Kane's defensive habits here. And now Kane with the plus frames and reading the parry this time.
Oh, what an interrupt. I think that was 2L to start things off.
Blocks the cross out. And Kane keeping up the pressure with these fast lows. Using this command dash for so much threat. And the ultimate parry?
Yeah, that was a hard call out, dude. That was lingering for a while, and Kane couldn't help but press. Dash L interrupt here. Next Rekka. That bounce, yes, uses the Raging Chain to make this a little more consistent. The final one will cross the finish line here. Combo limit be darned.
For sure, and there's that 6 corner carry. Even if it didn't, you spent all the bravery points, and you got a wonderful situation after anyways.
Yep, absolutely. It's a good way to spend those brave points with a life lead like that. Here we are, backing off here, far 8, the Snake Strike. See, we've seen challenges for Kane before. The 5L was a great opportunity to interrupt. Not quite there yet. Kane went with the slower normal there.
Yeah, RYAZO catches on to the rhythm of Kane's defense here. Woo! But Kane also reading the defense, baits out the parry. Not a full punish, but a lot of patience from both sides here.
Yes. Nice tag.
RYAZO's just burnt all this meter. Some safe options here, but still down so much meter. Kane now with a lot of opportunity to get offense started.
Oh, absolutely. Oh! Trying to interrupt that 2L. There's the fear. You're trying to... Oh, no. Shutting down the flame carpet even. Here we go.
Little preemptive on that anti-air.
Getting out of dodge. The 5U interrupt. We haven't done the teleport since that first game. So Kane's still ready and active to go for 5L. But RYAZO finding an opening. Raging Chain will do it one more time here. Not even, actually. Very good round here to answer back. Kane, though, still very active on defense, being able to call out against RYAZO. And I love the exchange. You called it out earlier, the exchange between these two of really making those later defensive adjustments to try to call it parries or even just call it neutral. But now we're getting a little antsy there. That DP, scary, especially with empty hand on the back pocket of RYAZO.
Definitely, and I feel like that's going to be a lot of the story of this set, right? Is baiting out these parries, baiting out these DPs. Both players have been so ready to let their defensive options rip.
Absolutely. Oh, that's such a big risk right there to go for command dash and a throw attempt. Raging Chain, plenty of resources on the side of RYAZO. Will finish the round.
Definitely. And there's that 6 damage in corner carry. RYAZO's so aware of how to spend that meter, getting the most out of every touch. Every ultimate making a count, taking to the corner, maximum damage.
And Kane, despite their best efforts, they are making some great defensive callouts, but it's so tricky because it's not significant combos we're going for, it's just straight hits that build up. And Kane really trying to find a rhythm. But RYAZO so good on defense once again with the ult parry.
Yeah, after spending the EX parry too, going for specifically the ultimate one where you don't need to have the cooldown up. Keeping Kane on the back foot here in the side switch.
Yeah, not using guard button. That's a big call out for RYAZO. Off the wall, nice delay because we know the combo limit was imminent.
And the throw bait, this should be enough.
Oh yeah, you have SBA. We can call this one. That is a game and a set. 2-1 for RYAZO here. Solidifying their advancement on the winner side of this top 8. Well done, well done. It looked like it was going all Kane at first because of the way that we were controlling the pacing of the match. And it's so important against 6 because you don't want 6 to overwhelm you with that offensive pressure. So great call outs with the 5L pokes or even being able to call out on the teleport situations throughout the match. The one right at the end, though, that side swap teleport, that was absolutely scary because we didn't have our guard button on deck. We're getting left-righted here, which is certainly a terrifying aspect of 6 once we start playing around with the 5U. And that's the first time we saw that teleport through from 6 in the set. Honestly, a lot of 5Us from RYAZO to test those reactions. Saw that early game 1, round 1, trying to see how Kane was going to interact with them. We saw a few 5Ls. That gave the message for RYAZO that, all right, I'm not going to sit teleport unless if I absolutely know I'm getting in there safely. And still checking down again throughout the set. So that final teleport was well-earned, well-conditioned throughout the set.
Definitely, and also just taking advantage of the player matchup as well, right? Keeping him on his toes with the parry and really running that momentum all the way through to the end, right? Going for just backing up, putting Kane under that pressure of now you're down life, and using that momentum to take advantage of some of 6's tricks, baiting out some anti-airs, baiting out a lot of the mashes, and really just putting Kane on the back foot so hard in the end and making every touch count.
Absolutely. That's a big one, too. The anti-air callouts, right? We saw a few of the back smashes, the empty hand opportunities. That was critical because we saw Kane rip DP, really believing in that. But there were some sequences where Kane was still trying to push out that DP, but it was either immediate after an interaction and RYAZO was already in there with empty hand, which is going to be completely out of the range of that DP from Kane anyways. So yeah, being able to fiddle around with your opponent's expectations, especially with empty hand on the side of 6, is certainly a threat against Percival. But up next, we're going to get our next winner side match. It will be BEPAW up against
Makona.
So Makona out here.
Yeah, this is basically a Chicago classic.
Makona. Yeah.
Yeah, UL has been Makona's character, stuck with the character from day one, has really believed. I was talking to him right after this patch dropped, and he was saying, you know, one of the interesting things is how they changed her stance.
Yeah.
Totally reworked it, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer an auto parry. Now she's got overhead and real mix. And one thing he was telling me about the character that excited him a lot is even though they reworked the character in ways where it sort of felt like downgrades, there's some things that are way more of a risk. By giving her real mix, he felt like they really raised the ceiling for specialists like himself.
Interesting. You know, I love that positive outlook on this character. So, because on the opposite side of the spectrum here is Marvin, right, who is that fairy character specialist. And at the outset, it seemed dire. Even for me, like reading through those patch notes, like, man, I don't know if she necessarily needed to get hit this hard. I mean, granted, we had that universal nerf, right, on the fuzzy situation, so the jumping L interaction for Fairy in the corner does reduce that damage right off the opening gambit, but you start to look at the rest of the playing field where the medium and heavy can be blocked with the air instead of getting called out, making the approach easier, but still we see a lot of these Fairy players, and Marvin included on this, coming around on these changes going, actually, this character still kind of cuts, because she is that much of a threat in the neutral presence against the majority of the cast. You really have to think a lot about how you approach. Against UL, I think there's going to be a lot of great threats in the mid-screen here. It's going to be tricky for UL to just be able to close the gap, especially with her back special. UL's not going to be able to try to interrupt through GG unless we're at specific ranges. So Marvin has a lot of opportunity to keep interrupting against UL, but once we get locked in those corners, like you said, those overheads, the mix out of the Fox stance, that's going to be really terrifying for Marvin to navigate here.
For sure. And, you know, these two have also played so much. It'll be interesting to see the interactions around GG, because one thing also is Marvin believes that Fairy has sort of subtly been buffed.
Right, yeah, exactly, yeah. So I say, like, that turnaround of the narrative, like that initial belief of, man, she really got hurt, and then suddenly going, no way, because we see this a lot from these Fairy players right now. So lots to be thought about here during these interactions. Opening Gambit is going to be very terrifying, in particular for Makona, because Fairy has a lot of great buttons at that mid-range that can really stop the offense. We're going to see that medium or heavy start. No, we don't. Just backs off. Okay, jump in H.
And that's just one of those things that also shows these two are already at like layer 10, right?
All right, stance, see, and there's that special here, right? Trying to close the gap very quickly, expecting a GG toss. Dash up, let's get the overhead. GG activating just in the nick of time.
Already mix-up situation, just guard canceling out of the plus frames, not trying to hold this corner mix-up.
Stance, no overhead yet, there it is.
Nice catch on the backdash too.
Nice tech. Block to the corner, and as I talked about as we started, you see Dash L interrupting the ult starter from BEPAW. Big damage opportunity from Makona. We can spend the super. Since we spent the Brave point for this, you want to get that refund.
For sure, not trying to take extra damage here. But BEPAW's still with a good amount of life here.
Oh, absolutely.
Not spending the guard cancel just yet, letting Makona push himself out.
Oh, interesting. Not going for side swap. There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, the dash side swap, nice anti-air.
Yeah, double layered offense there. We had the GG call to trap the jump out. Another anti-air coming out with the up dog and finishing the job with up dog. Either way, you were going to die for that one, Makona.
Right. And, you know, talking about the layers, too, that DP is actually air blockable. Makona probably let himself get hit to not instantly die to the mix-up. But BEPAW just kept the offense up, and even Makona's still staying behind the GG here, but doesn't matter. BEPAW finding an opening to yoink him in. Pierce makes the character scary. Nice ultimate to just plow right through GG. Not trying to hold any of these mix-ups in neutral.
All right, nice. Got our low.
BEPAW so aggressive with the GG usage here, trying to just keep a wall up with GG in between the space where he's standing in Makona. And just forcing Makona into these situations. You get offense running in the corner, and there's a round in like 10 seconds.
And that's the crazy thing, right? It's just like the lockdown pressure from Fairy alone. Like both these characters have the exact same terrifying aspect about them. Once you're in the corner, it's tough to get out. UL, a little easier to get out because she does have that DP opportunity, but BEPAW has to rely on the EX version to try to get out of those corners.
For sure. And there it is again, the GG right between. Makona trying to close the space, but BEPAW just with a nice walk back, baiting out the approach. No fear, lets the alt DP rip. There's that corner pressure. I like the run-up dodge, definitely looking for a guard cancel. Makona's already represented this too. Spending the bar, this should kill.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look at that lead for BEPAW here. Of course, great expenditure on the Brave points to lead to this point. And now pressure's off for Makona here.
For sure, you're down already. BEPAW moving up to set point here. I like the dodge in neutral here. This is how you can tell that these two have really played a lot, looking for some of these hard call-outs in neutral. BEPAW just getting a little bit of chip damage here. Nice EX 2-1-4. The back move just narrowly avoiding.
All right. Ooh, no! I think we were expecting the special to close the gap there. We're trying to get that safety. Unfortunately, going to get whip punish. Massive opportunity for damage on the side of Makona. Reset to the ender. Nice tech.
And now potentially one touch, but a side swap opportunity here for BEPAW. Yeah, guard canceling, just trying to keep this corner here. These mix-ups are going to be your ticket to the comeback. Double side swap combo. He corners himself for the mix-up. Nice walkout from Makona, though.
Yeah, I like that stance up to avoid the GG or stance up, but unfortunately, we can finish it.
Not quite.
There it is. There it is. Very scary stuff, right? Because we could have followed through after that last interaction. End up resetting the combo route here just to get the while rising L. And with GG there, you're thinking about the low block. You don't have to block low against GG. You can stand up, but it's that fear of maybe that's a low that's going to come from Fairy, depending upon the ranges that you're looking at. So it's always a terrifying situation, especially when you have low health like that and you're in a final touch scenario where, look, if I make that wrong read, then I'm down and out. And now Makona, not out of the entire bracket, but does have another opportunity on the loser side of the bracket as we continue on in this top 8.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing about Fairy, right? Is as soon as you block GG, the real is 50-50 in the game.
Yeah.
That's a real mix-up. You cannot react to the jump light.
Because then you're just locked in at that point, and there's no escape in some of those scenarios. Like, you could go for your EXDP once you find that frame gap, but unfortunately, Marvin is thinking about those layers on top of that. We saw earlier in that corner the double layer DP setup where we did have GG throw out as just the projectile to keep you jumping. DP situation, so if you did jump, we block you right back down to that corner. Wow.
Right. But also, I mean, props to Makona, right? Showed a lot of options to close that space and not let GG get started. Yeah. A lot of, even just blocking the quick mix-ups and reset opportunities that BEPAW was going for shows a lot of the awareness of the matchup.
Yes.
But BEPAW just one of the strongest players in this game, right? You can only defend so long against a character like that.
Yeah, BEPAW has definitely been putting in a lot of work, thinks about this game very methodically, has been kind of bouncing around during the character crisis mode, the initial first blush impressions of the patch. But here we are, settling in with that Fairy. Yeah, and somebody who's been a character specialist for quite some time. We do have CALLISTO out here on Catalina, probably one of the pioneers of Catalina out here, up against Nochi. Will be likely on Nier to follow through on this one.
Yeah, one of the other kind of mixed-up characters of the game was known for the fuzzy high-low at the start of the game. Even though the fuzzy has since been patched out, just having a puppet on screen in this game creates so many situations that you don't normally get to see from other characters.
Yeah, and with the changes for Nier, having the longer recovery time from death, once death is off the screen, that recharge immediately hits, depending upon the card stock you have. That's a big factor in changing up the pace of this match. It makes it even more threatening when Catalina has the opportunity to interrupt death. So you can kind of control the pace of Nier throughout the set. We've seen a lot of great routes from the Nier players who have really committed to this change. And there's even a few Nier specialists out there that have now kind of converted to Belial. But those that are sticking with Nier are finding a lot of great success because the character's still such a threat. But you see that little taste here of like, all right, cool, I've put down death. There's a longer recovery time if you hit death as a defending player, and depending upon the card stock, it's even longer recovery there. You do build it back with 5U, so we see more Nier players utilizing that as an option to combo into 5U interactions to build up meter faster.
Right, and Inochi is one of those pioneers as well. The patch dropped and was right out there posting the tech on Twitter. Yes. Very hopeful for the character, and has also publicly voiced really enjoying this new version of Nier, feeling very nuanced with the management of the resource, decision making on when you want to spend your super or recall death.
Yeah, I think that is so critical because now it's a situation of the character's not gutted in a way where she is unplayable, but she is. You do have to think about the risk reward of your interactions. Backing off the dash L to start things off. And already an early refund here to call back death. You see how quickly it comes, but also look how much expenditure you have. There's your throw.
And just as we were talking about mix-ups, goes for the early air recall even into that throw. But nice counter poke by CALLISTO. Expert spacing on the 2M.
Ooh, 2L, no follow through. Was expecting a guard cancel, I think, here. Charge it up.
Yeah, went for a little bit of a hard call out there, but just takes the plus frames.
you're still okay at that perfect range. I think Callisto was trying to fish for like a whiff button from Inochi before pulling the trigger. No brave points on the side of Inochi, so Callisto can just be a bully. We're trying to be cautious because the threat of death is right there.
That's death.
You get the crumple on the ult fireball, and Callisto finishes the job.
And no bravery points left. You are very dead. And you know, you talked about methodical players. Callisto is someone who's labbed out every situation on Catalina.
Oh, yeah.
Character specialist since vanilla, knows all of the optimal ultimate confirms to this character. You can't be spending bravery points so recklessly.
And I feel like Callisto just showcasing the intended way of playing Catalina. Outside the comfortable range of Nier, and able to make that counter poke threat the moment we could capitalize with that ult fireball.
For sure.
So now, Ominous turn, ult, hold the frames, and guard cancel will take Death out, but there's 5 stock left here. Look at how much time you had to recharge Death before you get her back.
Yeah, I like that decision to just take Death out of the picture so you can get your offense started, even burning an early super for damage here.
Yes.
Evening the playing field a little bit. That's still not back for Inochi.
And that's exactly why we did that early super expenditure. Because we're stopping the timer on the rebuild of Death, so that you still have even more time after the fact to keep pressuring your opponent.
Yeah, and she can no longer spend the bravery points either for Raging Chain without Death.
Yep.
The previous patch, she would have killed off the super there. Not quite enough now, but that counter poke will do it.
There we go. Not a bad run from Callisto, but Inochi did kind of have this round in their hands for a little while. Callisto tried to do their best with that super interaction after losing Death, which was a phenomenal call.
Right, and already such a different pace of a match that you've seen with this character on screen. The decision-making back and forth between when to kill Death and when to recall Death, and the offensive decision-making when Death isn't on screen.
Ooh, is your heavy? Was that jump in you? Yeah, I think it was.
Yes.
You got the Death call. Interesting. All right, dash L. All right, we stole our turn. Spot dodge, nice little delay from Inochi to find the final hit we can chip out.
Yep. And chip situation against Death, gotta be one of the hardest situations.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like you have to have the brave point to be able to guard cancel. And the next layer of fear is, all right, is Inochi close enough to get caught by my guard cancel?
But getting right back into it. Already good counter pokes from Callisto. But Inochi more reserved with Death this round. 13 stocks not used yet.
Ooh. That's a 5-0 turn. See, we tried to get the poke while Death was active on the startup as opposed to the ending. Unfortunately got called out there. Deep cross up from Callisto to hold the corner.
The backdash looking for a throw bait here.
Ooh, nice. Off to the light wall. Strips away a brave point for it. But actually, that's a lot of damage. What's car count 3? Yeah.
Yep, that's a 3-stock recall. It's going to be a lot of time for Callisto to potentially make a comeback.
But look, we have one more touch to remove the health and the 2H to finish the job.
Yeah, Callisto looking for a big starter there, but you cannot make a bad jump in this game.
Oh, no. Using one of the most fundamental anti-airs. Despite not having Death, Nier still has a few, options in her arsenal. Of course, just the triple attacks, but some great normals. Off the wall, big damage opportunity here. Light wall to finish in the DP. Good call out on the parry.
Huge bait. Not quite enough to kill, but the little taps on Wake Up will do it. Inochi may be looking for a throw kill here.
You see Callisto shaking his head, wanting a more satisfying victory out of this, trying to settle some of the mistakes we would make it throughout the set. Probably feels that it should not be this close, right? Some of these callouts that have been happening. 2U spot dodge. Nice.
Just simple block string pressure to keep Death back.
Not quite enough meter here. I like the recall early so we can try to build up Death before the meter comes in. I'll pull that back. Finish the job. Super doesn't need. Oh, no, that was it. That was the super, though.
It definitely was.
Yeah, yep. That was, I've done that a few times myself, where I do the input way too early, negative edge on the forward special as opposed to the super. So we hit the quarter forward U instead of quarter forward special, or not special, but the heavy.
Right.
Either way,
I mean, was enough to close that out, right?
Yeah.
And that's what counts.
Yeah, we still got the closer. Didn't get into a panic scramble situation. Nier still a very strong threat in GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising. But there were some situations where I think, Callisto will probably review this tape and be, okay, could have cleaned this up here. I think there were maybe some call-outs where we could have capitalized on some straight hits. And you can't always be ready for every single straight hit that happens. Like, sometimes people are just really good in scrambles or really good at calling out those confirms. Like, in that first game, Callisto did a dash up 2L, which could have built up into more damage if we would have confirmed with another 2L or even just like the far L. But was not quite ready for it. Expected the guard cancel to come through, and Inochi just wasn't blocking at the time. So you have to be ready for those quick snap decisions. Otherwise, you leave some damage on the table. But Callisto, very clean round. It's just you got to keep up the damage from death.
For sure, but also you have to be aware of sometimes different decision-making for near players now too, right? We saw Inochi go for an early callback from Death to try and get the kill at the end and went for just simple 6-6L pressure, right? Trying to keep the plus frames, keep you locked down with the threat of 6-6L so that Death can come back. And sometimes, in this new patch, you got to really be aware of when Nier's just trying to buy that time.
Which is very interesting to see this because we quite often see the big fancy 5U combos to try to get that energy back on Death's bar a little more frequently. But the way that Inochi was playing, you're right, it was a lot of just triple attack pressure, which you don't get to see very often. Because honestly, triple attack pressure from Nier isn't necessarily all that great. Like, she loses some range on her heavy and medium buttons there because of Death not being in the frame. That was a change with the patch to kind of make that small adjustment. But yeah, it was really great to see that more grounded game from Inochi. We're going to see a grounded game here between these two, except K-Tank's going to take to the sky. SSK going to be pulling up with this Percival should be.
I think Siegfried, actually.
Siegfried, now. That's right, that's right, yes. K-Tank will be on the Narmaya.
Yeah. SSK was on the Percival at the start of this game, but quickly caught on to, Siegfried, people are saying that's Power Cut Percival, might be true, and hopped right on the character even before this recent patch.
Yeah, and even in this patch, the nerfs to Siegfried aren't detrimental to the character. They're healthy changes for the character.
That's for sure.
So, I mean, the threat is still there. The big damage, great normals, great conversions. So it's going to be scary for the style of K-Tang. K-Tang loves to do this pattern. I talk about this all the time on TNS. We'll go for that run up. Let's go for Crescent Moon Slash. Play around with these throws. We've seen a couple resets off of the Crumple Setsuna and try to go for throw interactions or maybe just continue, like, reset the damage output. But we've seen lately K-Tank does going to go for Crumple and then puts out the damage anyways instead of trying to go for resets. So we'll see if that still holds true in this set as we continue our loser side top 8 run.
And also someone who's really experimented a lot with Narmaya, even for a while was playing this style of Narmaya of only playing the sword out stance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been very fascinating to see the different styles of Narmayas across the board, and K-Tank's certainly one of the more aggressive styles to really try to call out guard cancels, call out throw attempts. All right, well, we're going to get right into it here. Of course, corner situation is going to be great for K-Tang, but even the mid-screen, trying to threaten with Setsuna will be a great opportunity for closing out the gap, but you have to be so worried about Siegfried's range. Heavy is going to be a problem. Of course, EX Fireball is such a threat. We got to worry about the Orphan stance too.
Right. And just like you said, calling out some of these throw baits, going to have to see if SSK is ready for these. Ooh, already getting started. The EX Crescent Slash.
Yeah, I think we tried to go for 2H. It was a little bit too late to try to throw that out there.
Yeah, got to be pretty tight on those.
There's a 2H that works out. K-Tang.
Simple combo here, just a little bit of damage. Yeah. Nice preemptive 6-6L to poke out the counter poke from SSK here.
Jeez. Have you ever tried that route?
I have not.
It's so fun to do. Like, I love the corner routes of Narmaya. I'm sorry. I love playing those routes. They're so tricky when you first learn them. But, man, quite the show here from K-Tang to finish the job with the 5L.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of tricky, goes for the command dash, which can be canceled into so many things. Just a simple jab. That's all you need sometimes.
Dash L here. No, not going to work out. Trying to go for the dash L from SSK. And we got a DP press in the corner. DP right back at you.
Yeah, these corner flash scramble situations. Goes for the ultimate crumple in neutral here.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity if you're close enough. We saw the 8th attempt there, but the stance wasn't quite far enough to connect there.
Right. Nice block on the quick overhead here. A lot of back and forth here. There's been almost no corner play in this match so
right?
far.
I mean, I feel like both of you know what you stand to lose in a corner situation. What a Crescent Slash, the ult version.
Yeah, don't need to be in the corner to bait these throws. Goes for a little bit of a reset here.
Oh. All right.
That could be death. No bravery points on the table for K-Tang.
Oh my goodness. Do you finish the job here? You certainly do. That is unfortunate for K-Tang because that was a 2H, and it was on the cusp of being far too late for you to 2H there, and that is tragic. K-Tang had the right run here on pressure. If you could have been a frame earlier, you would have been in.
Right, but just like we saw in the last match too, got to be careful with those bravery points. Can't get too comfortable with your lead. 0 bravery points and it can disappear just like that.
Good stance swap. Setsuna goes for the far heavy. Oh, yep. Now we're playing the guessing game. The stagger L here calls out the guard cancel attempt from SSK. Jump install cross up.
That's going to be a nice conversion for K-Tang here. Spends it for super already. Another touch could do it. 1 bravery point left for SSK.
Oh, we're going to get that back.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to need that bravery point, please.
Quick super spend, definitely just trying to turn these tables here.
Jesus, the damage.
K-Tang on the defensive back foot now.
Oh, trying to get the shimmy and a 2L interrupt. Yo, K-Tang with a big brain reaction here because that 2L into Raging Strike was the course correct to make sure you get a consistent finish. Unfortunately, it didn't follow through, but what a quick reaction on a 2L. That was still very good from K-Tang.
For sure, and as soon as we got back to the player cam, seeing K-Tang reeling back in the seat a little bit after that scramble situation, didn't have the meter for Raging Chain, managed to find the reset afterwards anyways.
Yes, indeed.
Believe in victory. Battle.
SSK, though, taking a moment to think before this one. And a much slower start already.
Ooh. Jump you. Seen that a couple times right now from SSK.
For sure, and every time just catching the back of K-Tang there too, looking for these run-unders.
Back throw because you're closer to this corner. I like the delay, but unfortunately that's a moment of hesitation and opportunity for K-Tang. You spent the point. Yeah. You see the point get spent in the corner. They're definitely going for the super.
For sure. I mean, why not? The super gives you that back anyways.
Right.
That's already going to be enough to kill.
Yeah, you put your opponent in that much more of a threatening position when you do make that meter spend. It was kind of early there for K-Tang. We could have just cycled into maybe a couple into damage opportunity. There's the 2H. SSK been fishing for it, trying to call out these crescent slash. Ooh!
Nice throw bait with the backdash, but not quite ready for the conversion.
Yeah, it could have been the, oh no. Get ducked. We try to go for a back special there, which was supposed to be DP. We got side swapped.
Yeah, K-Tang just choosing such a perfect spacing to go for that, right?
Oh, you're absolutely right, because even here, it calls out on the side swap at the attempt of SSK going for the ult DP. So K-Tang even shutting down some of these anti-air options that SSK has been showcasing here. Dash L, still our turn.
And this is one of the big differences in this matchup this patch. You can't just use your fireballs to control the neutral like that. And K-Tang with the ultimate crescent slash just get right behind the medium fireball. It's not doing the same thing anymore.
It's such an unfortunate interaction, right? Because you had the anti-airs on point as SSK. Like, you knew you had to make 2H calls in game 1. And you were getting counter hit and still attempting it. So that's good that you were still trying to find that timing. That's messaging for K-Tang, though, to go, you're going to go to anti-air. I will make these crescent slash callouts, as we saw later in the set, right? So game 2, we go for alt crescent. And because you're so convinced that you're going to get these anti-airs, we got rewarded a couple times at big 2H, but like I said, you were just a frame away from getting shut down for that. And being able to follow through was huge. But K-Tang knew, okay, still willing to do this. Let's play around with that. And DP started to get called out immediately after the fact. So it built up over time. If you ever rewatch the set, folks at home, definitely check out that build up over time where we go for 2H into DP, which then eventually led to K-Tang being able to consistently call it out with these crescent slashes.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of the strengths of the character, right? When you have to be so tight on your reactions to punish something, definitely something that a good player can take advantage of like that.
Yes, absolutely. K-Tang will certainly temper expectations throughout the entire top 8 bracket, but we do have our next set coming up here. We'll have Kane and Inochi stepping up to the plate one more time here. This loser side is starting to wind down. We're into our top 6 here at Roundhouse 2024.
And, you know, speaking of defensive adaptations, we saw Kane earlier with so much solid defense against RYAZO 6, right? A lot of solid jabs out, and RYAZO just started to adapt to, you know, what a lot of people would just describe as generally solid play, right? Anti-air DPs, clean jabs to trap the frame traps, right? But Nier, another one of those characters with a deep bag of tricks.
That is indeed true. It's going to be interesting to see how this flame carpet comes into play against Nier. I think it becomes a little more effective when you're playing that waiting game. If Kane can own, you know, the majority of the screen and keep Nier grounded, I think Kane's going to do pretty solid. We'll see a few more flame carpets to add on to that threat. The urgency for Inochi to try to hit Percival, to try to put themselves in the bad situations. That triple attack, as I said, from Nier, not the greatest thing in the world for the character. And when you earn that triple attack state as, you know, Percy, as Kane, or a defending player against Nier, like, it's a pretty good opportunity for you to rush in and really build that offense. So we're probably going to see a bit of that here for Kane, or we see Inochi really adjust their offense, try to summon a little earlier every single interaction to make sure we get that quick build up.
Yeah. Also going to have to see how Inochi adapts her defense. You know, RYAZO had the 6 parry. Nier's DP is not going to work the same way in this matchup.
Absolutely. You see that interaction here. Quick 5L after Death comes out. So a little bit longer for Death recovery. And we've already bullied a good chunk of health away from Inochi.
Yeah, and already a quick 5 stocks for Kane on the first touch, too. Still has 3 left after 2 spends.
Look at that. The flame carpet. Now we get to be a bullet. You have to see the urgency, right? Because this is dire straits. You're locked in the corner, flame carpet, and Percival staring you in the face, centimeters away from your own face.
And that's a huge amount of plus frames on the flame carpet too, right? Great way for Kane to leverage that pressure. But also nice call out from Inochi here, jumping over the fireball.
Jump you to start things off. Quick recall, but look at the pokes. Again, Kane really controlling that pace. Ominous turn. Nice. We sent another special out there to keep Kane locked in.
Yeah, and I like that as a counter to the flame carpet, right? Percivals love using the flame carpet. Just pressure you to walk back towards the corner. Ultimate fireball, great way to get back in there. And now it's Kane in the corner.
Okay, and still able to finish the job. I like the 5H and Death able to chase things down against Kane to close out the round.
Yeah, already so much of a back and forth.
Battle 3. Engage.
It's so scary, this opening gambit. Nice! EXDP takes out Death, but also punishes Inochi for trying to call out Death right there. With punishes the dash L, but there's our parry.
Yeah, nice ultimate parry this time, making sure to get this defensive option out in time.
We like that we're sequencing Death, but what a close M anti-air.
And choosing to just charge up the stocks.
There it is. Look at that damage overtime. Another flame carpet because there's no escape. Kane's not going to do anything here. Nice throw. You're down to... Ooh.
Guard cancel barely not getting punished there.
Getting ready for the low. Who could be, honestly? Oh, big opportunity. A big blunder for Kane. You can wrap this up, and Inochi will certainly succeed.
Definitely. That was a huge call-out attempt. I'm not really sure what you're looking for there. It's not quite going to chip out yet, and that's game 1.
You can't take that risk at that life lead to the scenario, and you're in that mid-screen. I know you want to go for chip, but Inochi's certainly not there. You're trying to make the hard read on Death Call, but I missed that corner position where Kane was very patient. Keep that patience throughout the rest of the round until you finish the job.
Yeah, and now you're down a whole match.
Yep. 3 stock. Oh, and yeah, we've been seeing more and more of these follow-throughs from Inochi. Trying to shut down folks, interrupting Death to strip away earlier than they intend.
Yeah, and I like the aggression here from Inochi in this round. Really trying to keep that momentum. Coming after that DP bait, but Kane not phased.
Summon guard cancel. Stagger. Flame carpet. You've earned this position. Don't give it up with no brave points. With throw punish and the victory for a round here on Kane.
Yeah, the hard call, just run out and jump over it. We've seen so much of the command dash pressure from Kane so far.
Yes.
And what a huge variation. Just call that out with a jump. 6-6 south starter from Inochi this time.
Strong open. Guard cancel, you want to hold on in this corner. I completely understand. Wow, the far H.
Yeah, but that's such a hard touch to convert off
Yep.
first of all at that range.
Ooh, EX turn.
Goes for an early recall of death this time.
Fafnir going to press the neutral. Does not want to get back into a corner. Kane, there we go. Nice spot dodge on the jump U.
And goes to try and kill death with the guard cancel.
Wow. Yeah, a little messy in that final interaction right there because straight hit after straight hit. Nobody could clutch the victory there with that command dash into throw.
Yeah,
Kane.
and in these scramble situations, it's going to be tough for Nier, right? You're losing death, you're down stocks, you got to buy time, and Kane just taking full advantage of that with throw.
You're so
Checking those
right.
reactions.
You're so right because now you don't have death to back you up anymore. Like once death is removed off the field, that's opportunity for Kane to continue to follow up. Scrambles become a little easier to manage. EXDP, good call outs. Kane really finding a lot of mileage on that one.
For sure, recognizing that, she's just in that range where you're probably not even looking for a reverse of all things to check you at half screen. Knocks the side swap.
Very risky stuff here from Inochi. And Kane with a very smart guard cancel. Inochi down and out on Brave points.
Yeah, and against Percival, and almost any touch to do it here.
Oh, absolutely. Especially right now. That could have been 2H death. Wasn't ready for it, but does find the victory. Final round for Kane.
Battle 2. Engage.
And what a high tension set we've had so far. Already starting off with the EX command dash low. Neither player trying to give up any momentum in this set.
Yeah, the story is certainly there in terms of Brave points and how we're spending them in these corner interactions. Their dash H, 2H! No cross up for you.
Unfazed by the ultimate plus frames.
Ooh.
Nice throw bait, and now you're dead.
Dead. Well done from Kane to close that out. 2-1.
And I like the change in pace from Kane in some of those rounds, opting for an early 5 stocks on the first touch, just being able to snowball the round that fast, right?
Yeah, and it gets so overwhelming. I do, again, love the patience that Kane had shown in those corners. That match went exactly how I thought that match would probably look like on the side of Percival, where you get Nier locked into a corner position and you're just outside her comfortable range. She can't touch you with 5H, flame carpet's there, you're doing damage over time, let the flame carpet do the work for you. You still have a reserve for another flame carpet in the background, and you're still just chipping away. If the opponent tries to press, great. With punish, I'll follow through, get big damage, reset flame carpet, and you gotta guess again.
Yeah, that's one of the other big changes to Nier too, right? You take away the potential of her DP, and all of a sudden guard cancels your best defensive option. And when Percy's got 5 stocks on the table, gotta really watch those bravery points, and so many times in that set. You saw the bravery points spent so quickly on guard cancels, and all it took was 1 touch.
Yes. Yeah, it was so scary. We even saw the fact that despite being outside of that guard cancel is certainly that threat to get out of the corner, but the spacing that Kane had, we saw a few guard cancels go out. And Kane's, but I don't care, 5H. Like, here you go. Like, I'm not getting touched by this. But, thank you so much for hanging out with us here throughout this top 8. It's been a spectacular event, and of course, we can't thank Yipes enough for helping out with that side stream. And as such, we do want to remind you, Remix Prints, NYC.store is out there, 20% off store-wide right now. You can scan that QR code if you like. Pick up that merch, that can opener series, and of course, Let Us Play is an excellent apparel item, so please check it out. Support your FGC homies. And we also have other sponsors that have helped out here at Roundhouse 2024, so don't go away. Let's hear from our supporters, and we'll be back with more GRANBLUE action.
Man, I wish I had some of these mid-best fits. But I bet if you're rocking a mid-best fit, you probably just wish you had someone else's fits.
Hell no. I've got this shit on for real. You all outside of the mid-best do not have that shit on.
The shop closes 1 week after Roundhouse ends. Make sure to go to start.gg/rh24/shop. Blazing Strike is a retro, pixel art-based 2D fighting game with a unique set of characters, all tied together by its core mechanic, the Rush System. Out now on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC, October 17th. Pre-order your limited edition now. October 9th, save the date, Frosty fans! Registration for Frosty Faustings goes live on Wednesday, October 9th at 12 p.m. Central Time. Check out our website and Twitter page for the hotel links that keep you warm and cozy next January. With 24 main games, 36 community games, and 4 nights of karaoke at a 24-hour venue, and the final Platinum level event on the ARC World Tour. That'll surely excite you enough to register early, right? I mean, that is the plan, right? To save some money with early registration? Well, give it a try and see how it tastes. World Warrior US Midwest resumes on Saturday, November 23rd. This is the final qualifier for the region and your last chance to earn points to join the top 8 finals in December. The finals will determine who gets an automatic bid into Capcom Cup 11. Registration for the final qualifier opens on November 9th. Set your reminders now to join up at start.gg/SF6 Midwest 5. That's start.gg/SF6 Midwest 5.
Welcome back, everybody. Top 8 action here at Roundhouse 2024's GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising. We're still on the loser side of this top 8. Getting down into our top 4. We already had one eliminated. We got to get one more to see who's going to round it out. It'll be K-Tang and Makoma coming up. But before we get to that, Zero here alongside NPC. It's been a stellar run in this top 8 so far.
Yeah, definitely a really crazy top 8. A lot of really tight sets, and even some that have been 2-1 last round and gone in like 5 minutes.
That is the name of the game at this point. Some of these characters have insane damage output. And look, we just saw Percival clutch it out here. And we're about to see another interesting run-up. It's going to be Narmaya against UL, of course.
Yep.
And with those UL changes, we alluded to them a little bit earlier. It's going to be fun to see how we navigate this space. Once we go into Fox stance, does K-Tang still have the same lockdown potential? Setsuna, of course, going to be that grounded threat against UL. To see how she navigates that space is going to be interesting. But time will tell, because once we get those knockdowns, you got to play that guess the game out of stance. Fox stance is certainly tough to deal with, especially with the overhead finally coming through as a true mixed potential for the character. But K-Tang, the aggressive Narmaya style, should be able to keep up UL here.
Yeah, and a much different kind of guessing game, especially this patch, right?
Yeah.
She's got the comboable overhead now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, off the counter hit, like, yeah, if you get caught by that counter hit, it's one of those things where I don't like having to deal with this now, but I understand it.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
All right, should be a button check to kick things off. Gotta get the warm-up. We did have like a little bit of an extended break here. We want to make sure our players are in prime condition before we kick things off. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting run. We do have that strong mid-best representation here throughout this top 8, but a king or queen will be crowned here today.
These are two players who've played a lot in this local scene. Kona recently ran a bracket at one of the locals here, and they were, of course, grand finals of the bracket. Played a lot at the Waifu Dome series that Chris has been running. Right. Very frequent top 4 matchup.
You're talking about like a strong GRANBLUE hub, and just they're fostering great strength and even going outside of their own regions to continue that strength. See, that's what I was talking about. That sets to the slash. You can stance up all you want, go for that charge on the back special, but I still have quite the threat.
Right, and Makona already with the guard cancel, not trying to hold more of this in the corner, and the plus frames, K-Tang getting caught, dashing on 2-2 plus frames. Makona taking it all the way to the corner.
Nice, got the slash here. EX. Nice push right back into the corner. Oh, See, we saw that earlier, right? We saw SSK trying to make these call-outs on this Crescent Slash. A
Right.
faster button to make that call-out.
Yeah, and K-Tang loves going for that throw bait in that
Yes.
situation. That ultimate is 100% to bait that throw, but Makona so on top of it. Has seen K-Tang try it one too many times.
We've all seen K-Tang try it one too many times, so people are going to start to get used to this cadence. Oh, goes for the Rekka instead of the sets of the slash here. Unfortunate. 2H.
Lean anti-air. Makona, of course, ready with the full conversion. And the dodge on the Raging Strike.
Didn't have a follow through there. That far button not going to work out. And again, the medium start. No Raging Strike, though. Didn't follow through.
Using 236 definitely closed the space, but slipping right under the Crescent Slash. Makona so on top of these scramble situations.
Golly. So that is, yeah, I do not blame that face that K-Tang is making right now, because a critical aspect of your win condition, your game plan, has just been destroyed. Close M every single time that's come out here. So now what do we do? Honestly, that sets in the slash was a great call out here. Instead of going for that slash series to close the gap against Makona, you're shutting down stance. If we decide to go for back special, you're still going to get Setsuna. Not a round start. That's a little risky business here. Big jump in from Makona will close the gap.
And what a hard call out too on the fireball. And already just with the overhead, keeping K-Tang on his toes here. Nice guard cancel bait.
Okay, good. Locked it on defense here. Saw it was EX. There we go. More sets though. See that. Yep. Cancels out of the stance though. Makona making a call and recognizing what K-Tang is fishing for.
For sure, and I like the adaptation from Makona, keeping K-Tang on his toes, just in and out of stance, but now it's Makona on the back foot.
Yep. Oh my gosh, what a 2L.
No
Good
fear,
lord.
matching on +5.
There we go. 2L, but tough to follow through with some of your normals. You cannot. That should be the best, but it's going to be so hard to get that out of your muscle memory at this point. It's worked against so many players throughout so many brackets. To adjust now would be amazing.
And it is a tight option too. Makona is just so consistently ready with these callouts.
Okay, EX. Nice. Goes for back special here. Trying to closes the gap. Yep. Slash a little bit faster than the EX start up here.
Yeah, I like the idea of trying to close in that space, but K-Tang.
Ooh. Oh no. And a cross under. Even better for K-Tang. We're going to carry to the corner. Alt. With the knockdown. See, we go for the full follow through for damage.
Makona not taking the risk to anti-air.
Oh no. How'd you get the heavy call out? Not able to finish the job. K-Tang now caught in this corner. Guard can't steal the turn.
Trading bravery points here, but Makona, none left.
Oh, we're blocking. We're blocking. That was supposed to be a whiff throw punish. Makona expecting the shimmy to work. It just did not. K-Tang has been putting people in that situation. You don't put K-Tang in that situation.
You know, I respect it from Makona. You've got a round and a match to give. Trying to keep that momentum up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Overhead.
Speaking of keeping the momentum up, like the DP from K-Tang as Makona's just dancing in your face.
Oh no. Got crossed up. Gotta use that guard button. Nice. Dash up with a 5L into SBA.
Not going to be enough to kill, but with one DP, a throw could do it.
Ooh, very deep alt DP. That's up again here. Guard cancel. Last point.
Facing low DP in the tank. Close to chip range now.
Ooh, you try to go for the guard cancel here. The parry, rather. Stands up, try to go for guard cancel. Got a throw. Makona really trying to get the deep. Oh, no.
Oh, DP. That's what a call out on the attempt from Makona to chip.
Seriously, we're laughing because that was chip. That was Makona's game right there. But we were so stubborn to commit to a guard cancel. It could have just been EX DP. It could have been anything from Makona here. And yet, guard cancel was your answer. K-Tang getting out by the skin of their teeth on that one here. Too close for comfort.
See him already clutching his head there.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, I robbed that. I absolutely robbed that.
But you know, he earned it too. You're living on a pixel. You always got a meterless DP. she could just let it rip at some point, and K-Tang with expert spacing, the backdash to try and bait those, the dodges, the throws to bait the guard cancels, not letting Makona have any room to breathe, and the hardest call out, ultimate guard point DP to call out the chip out DP.
And you ran up and did it. It wasn't even chip situation. You had health on Makona's side. It had to hit, because if it didn't, K-Tang was dead. Oh my gosh.
What a session. Nice throw punish here.
Nice. Dash M to get the knockdown. Stanced up. Dash L. Hold the medium pressure. You press on plus frames. Tragic.
I like the choice of 2-2-H from Makona there. We saw K-Tang call out the reset in the past with the mash, but the EX is going to trap that.
Absolutely. Jesus. What a 2H.
Getting behind her too and still ready for the pickup.
And she flipped around. Like that's what gets me. You're facing the player 2 side. 2H works. The character's like, yeah, but what if I turned around real quick? All right, see these sets of us. Called out earlier. This is what I want to see more of. Trying to stop a lot of the stance pressure here. Right, there we go. Interrupt. Heavy, guard cancel, push away. Makona really jockeying for that east side of the screen here, but alt DP to push out.
Okay, no fear even being thrown out of it one time.
Whoa! Immediate answer off the Crescent Slash going for EX Crescent. Because we were going to get punished by Makona there, or at least chased down. Oh no, the low. What a button press here from Makona.
And definitely going to be a good chunk of damage.
Oh, alt DP to finish the job. K-Tang, match point right now, but so is Makona. Do or die, last game, last round.
And there it is again, the guard cancel spending the BP. That DP was not going to kill unless he was on one BP.
Slash, you thought you could guard cancel. Nice delay here from K-Tang. At the medium.
No fear from Makona running up with the 6-6L this time.
Oh, I don't want to deal with your overhead. I got ult DP. Try to guard cancel so many times. We're so late on these guard cancels. Makona gonna get called out, pushed to the corner. There it is, the delay again to call out the guard cancel. K-Tang clutching out victory.
And such a high-octane set like this, story of a set really baiting out the guard cancels. So many baits from K-Tang, just going for the delay strikes. Huge counter hit at the end too. I love the big red flash.
That was, yeah, that means you really, really messed up there. But that became such a prominent aspect of K-Tang's offense throughout that final game. Recognizing that Makona loves the guard cancel to try to steal back the turn. And you're not wrong for it. But you're going up against K-Tang, who lives, who thrives off of you doing that. Normally it's a throw, right? Normally you see players react to the deep run-in, Crescent Slash, oh, I'm going to throw here and counter hit. But we saw that Makona was going to react to those Crescent Slashes time and time again. And yet we alter our game plan to go for run-up, which again, I said this is going to be hard to do throughout the set. Trying to alter away from Crescent Slash because it always works so consistently. Now going for stagger pressure to call out these guard cancels, to call out maybe even a throw attempt because we're sitting at nice ranges out of the far M region for Narmaya here. So great stuff from K-Tang to clutch out victory and turn the tide.
For sure, and what a huge player adaptation too, right? Recognizing that as soon as, you know, they have a consistent option for your standard game plan and going for what's going to beat specifically this player, under pressure, loves the guard cancels, absolutely blown out.
Yeah.
Great stuff to K-Tang.
That was huge. I think that was by far my favorite adjustment out of that whole set was just the recognition of, you know, you're getting called out by these Crescent Slashes every time, and yet you still had the audacity to, not even the audacity, but the awareness to switch that layer because of how consistent that was and that pause that we took right in between the matches. You saw the thought process, the gears started, I can't do this anymore. Like, this option has now been removed from my arsenal. How do I still bait out my opponent? Still remain true to my own personal game plan. And K-Tang clutching it out. Makona still making strong calls. But, man, once your go-to defense has been crushed and you're still losing delays, like, I was trying to do the anti-delay play. But we can't delay any further. Winners Finals is coming up in just a moment with Marvin up against RYAZO here. BEPAW on the Fairy likely. 6 coming from RYAZO.
Yeah, and historically a nightmare matchup as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right? 6, a character who since vanilla has been killing zoners.
Yeah, 6 is a very unique way of, with that empty hand to really call out some of the fireball games, to quickly close the gap. Heck, now with the EX 6-claw execution, the ultimate version, that is even more terrifying because it's a snap to close the gap here, stuff some startups. So if you throw GG out, we are closing that gap immediately. So you have to be very cautious how you try to make these setups. And that's if BEPAW still sticks with Fairy on this play here. We're going to get a button check, most likely, a little bit of a hand warm-up before we get into it.
For sure, and one thing we saw in the previous winner's set was BEPAW using the GG right in that middle zone, right?
Yep.
Trying to stop the approach from Makona because UL, on the other hand, relies a lot on a grounded approach. Makona loved the 2-3-6 to try and close that space aggressively, get in on Fairy, but GG just acts as a wall between that. You can't do that there. 6 gets to wall bounce. Whew, does not have to deal with playing on the ground.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to.
Absolutely. A lot of great route opportunity here for 6. Like I said, it should be a warm-up here. Yeah, chat, I know you heard the Anila, and I know RYAZO has the Anila. It ain't happening. There's no way this happens.
Yeah, this is definitely a button check, right?
I hope. I hope. But, I mean, this could be a mad flex, right? You're on winner's side. You know what? Let me try the Anila. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how much cooking I can do.
Right, but BEPAW immediately locking the Fairy even for the button check.
Right.
I think really wants to believe in this character.
Yes, I think that's great, right? I really commend BEPAW for really sticking it out, really trying to solve the changes for this character, to try to make the most out of it, because Fairy is still very much a threat. Like, as I said at the top of the set here, it was just, man, it is unfortunate Fairy got hit the way that she did, but it doesn't mean it's the end of Fairy here. It's just, she's, really fighting the fight in a cast of phenomenal characters. We talked about it off stream, right? Like, there are some characters out here that are the worst of the best, which isn't bad for these characters. Still good. It's just, there are some that really outshine others, and Fairy is one of those characters that does get outshone by other characters. So we'll see how it plays out as we lock in our cast, lock in the music, get into winners finals. And I'm really looking forward to this one because we do have I knew it. What I tell you, I knew it wasn't.
Yeah, I know BEPAW probably does not want to deal with that matchup. But the Cagliostro is a real practice character for BEPAW as well. We have not seen it in bracket as much, especially in this patch, but was a character that they really seriously considered swapping to before Combo Breaker even.
Yeah, that's I mean, Cagliostro is still such a strong character. 5H is an excellent button to get those interrupts. And I'm not surprised BEPAW picks this character. Cagliostro seems to play a lot into the way that BEPAW likes to play. So I'm really surprised this hasn't been a mainstay character for them. And the fact that we do have this backup, we'll see how it plays out. Hexes are going to be a great tool to kind of contend against RYAZO on 6. We'll see if we still have, that consistency that we have with Fairy in Cagliostro on the side of BEPAW.
And already getting started with a walk-up dodge at round start.
There we go, heavy, corner carry.
Goes for an early bait with the teleport here. Not playing a standard Cagliostro game.
Ooh, baits out the parry here. And I like the EX Hex set up there, so we activate that first trap. So you think there's that gap in there to go for the parry, so BEPAW can really play with those expectations against RYAZO right now. Ult for the plus frames. What a call out. What a call out.
3 callouts in a row. It just hits with the Raging Strike raw in the corner. BEPAW with an explosive first round. Yes.
That was scary in the corner. If RYAZO would have spot dodged, it would have been a big punish. The teleport, calling out the empty hand is great awareness from BEPAW.
For sure, and that's where you can see it. This is still a practice character, right?
Yes.
Knows that you can use the teleport to bait that there.
All right, corner position here. Knock at the door a little bit too early on the meaty. That could have been an opportunity for BEPAW.
Yeah, and the patient defense still not too eager to press. RYAZO finally baiting something here. Looked like BEPAW wanted to set up some traps to stop the grounded approach.
Yep. Ooh. Spot dodge. Unfortunately, the recovery going to get devoured. RYAZO should be taking this round. All right. strong response from RYAZO. Honestly, great control of him. Immediately trying to take that corner, the west side of the screen here to make sure that we can mount this offense. Jump L will keep you locked in. Flash, spot dodge, expecting a special to close the gap, and we do make a solid read on the side of RYAZO.
Tries to teleport behind her, but RYAZO is so ready for it. The punish on the DP.
Close heavy, let's get an extra lift off SBA.
And those are some of those choices that we might be seeing in this matchup as BEPAW is playing a character they're not comfortable and not willing to spend the bravery point as early.
Right.
Clutching on the DP a little bit, and you're already in chip range. Doesn't even matter, just gets hit.
Yeah, that early spot dodge. I'm not sure what read we were looking for. I wonder if it was a preemptive spot dodge to try to call out the dash L maybe, to try to get the interrupt, but unfortunately RYAZO delaying ever so slightly, get a big call on. Just like this one, a back teleport from BEPAW to get the 5H, but wakes up, presses buttons, does RYAZO.
Right, and the teleport tries to call out something again, but a little bit too slow.
Whoa, that was scary. I'm almost inclined to believe that those are frame kills, that close L action from RYAZO to time our next interaction right after.
BEPAW using the ultimate to try and close that space and hold the corner. But RYAZO with the aggressive play to get out. I like the use of this ultimate, trying to keep BEPAW on his toes. Just like this.
Oh, that's it. You are done so. That is unfortunate. Close enough to the wall, got the full follow through, Raging Chain series.
And RYAZO really liking this 2-3-6U, right? A great approaching option. And on these hits where BEPAW gets caught trying to set up, you get 25 for that bar back.
Yep. Oh no, empty hand EX, avoiding the spear.
Yeah, looked like an attempt to even call out that back jump.
Yeah. Oh no, the 5U. Watch the after image. Oh, nice roll. That's huge. BEPAW certainly aware. Side swap off the teleport. Does it the combo limit. Good delay, but no follow through at the far 8.
Yeah, didn't have a cooldown available, unfortunately.
Yeah. Locked in, locked in. BEPAW gonna make the most. You earn this corner, absolutely take advantage of it.
RYAZO trying to bait the guard cancel, but BEPAW opting for a very solid defense here.
I love the ult hex set up there. You stay right within the range of it to maintain safety. But a big anti-air call out. Just a quick 5L side slot too far for the Raging Strike. And then BEPAW answers in time with that far heavy.
Yeah, clean punish there. Both of these players opting for very vanilla style of defense.
Right. Finding that positioning, finding the range when the far heavy will connect. Parry, nice run-up delay from BEPAW with the close heavy.
I like that patient walk-up, knowing that RYAZO has really liked his parries so far.
Gotta go for empty to L. Get out of the corners, RYAZO. Ult not gonna challenge. Shimmy into far heavies from RYAZO. Coast to coast carry. Worse for wear. You don't have meter to build back a brave point.
Right, but the DP is going to connect for BEPAW.
Ooh, that'll do.
Yeah, RYAZO pressing something, maybe expecting BEPAW to want to corner him.
Right.
But BEPAW just playing patient, gets the punish on the dodge.
Very good call out here for BEPAW, tying up the games. First and 3 on this one, of course. It's winners finals.
Right, a nice conversion from RYAZO in the corner. BEPAW going for a lot more teleports now. Maybe trying to play around this 2-3-6U that RYAZO's been representing.
Right. Oh, nice. Gated Demons avoids the H from BEPAW. Very interesting.
Nice teleport out of the corner.
Oh.
Plus frames for RYAZO. BEPAW just getting caught, not blocking low, and that's going to be enough for the round.
Well done. A very overwhelming presence. We saw BEPAW going for that teleport earlier. I think it is to bait out, one, the reaction, but also to see the positioning from RYAZO. Very aware of that height, and also where BEPAW was going to land to make a better opportunity to challenge.
Yeah, and we've seen the backwalks be so successful too, getting out of some of these options, but will get caught by these lows. As will the teleport out. Get BEPAW out the corner finally.
Trying to commit to the jump bell, not going to work. See, and again, the positioning, very important. RYAZO closing the gap to catch the recovery off of the ult hex. RYAZO.
One of those great anti-air bait options that Cagliostro has, but RYAZO is so aware of the position in this matchup.
Jump. Watch out for, yo, we tried that ult, gated demons just to avoid the Hex. BEPAW knows it, and they're going to get the most out of that threat.
Flash throw off the flash.
Go heavy and then jump heavy. BEPAW really wants to hold this corner. One more Hex to deal with. Just outside the range, and no, you jump into it, but doesn't lock down RYAZO. Unfortunate, BEPAW does gain this position. Is that dash L? No, spot dodge.
He does have a time to guard cancel still, but no BP, and you will get caught here.
Very scary scenario right there at the end. We try to call out that dash L from RYAZO, who was not showcasing it here, was able to make that spot dodge, and an EX 6-claw execution calls out that spear from BEPAW.
And BEPAW sticking with the Cagliostro. Took a moment to think. I thought maybe we would see the fairy come out, but believing in this counter pick.
Chain to follow through. Yeah, BEPAW wanted to take a moment to really think about the match in between here to try to cool off. This 5L leaves a threat out there, and that ultimate DP comes out. RYAZO still looking okay until now. Like, this Hex will help out for BEPAW.
Yeah, I like the adjustment from BEPAW, stepping back and using the trap to catch that approach option from RYAZO and running that all the way to the end of the round.
All right, we're going to go into this next round here as BEPAW.
I'm going to have to see if these adjustments to RYAZO's approach options keep up for BEPAW, because these approaching slashes have really been what set the tone of the match so far.
I got our EX, push to the corner. Oh, nice. Good tech, but the far heavy will connect here. Raging strike. Oh, spend that meter. Absolutely. This will hurt quite a bit. You're in a final touch scenario. BEPAW looking to find a miracle here. Oh, what an interrupt on the 5L. BEPAW. I wonder if we were trying to go for that throw, maybe dash M, but that's around there.
Yeah, maybe looking for a little bit of a reset, but you know, RYAZO had a lot of health to gamble with, and not afraid to just use that, right?
Yeah.
Test some buttons, check your opponent. Don't get too comfortable on your own offense.
The 5L is a great button to call out with, because then you get that quick interaction, quick anti-air possibility. You're able to recover in time to try to block after. Close heavy. Great positioning from BEPAW here, right underneath that gate of demons.
Yeah, and RYAZO recognizing it. Guard cancels, does not want to hold any of that in the corner. Nice whip punish on the sweep. This is going to be a lot of damage for RYAZO. It could be one more touch, potentially.
Oh, yeah, absolutely will be. Again, just the same situation that BEPAW was in last round. Into 2L to open it up, and RYAZO finishes the job with a Raging Strike. 3-1 victory over BEPAW. Will advance to the grand finals.
Yeah, just with the simple empty low, doing it at the end there for RYAZO.
Yeah. Again, just the pacing was very interesting. The Cagliostro, I don't think was a bad pick at all. It is a lot of great setup to try to lock down the pace of 6 without having to worry about 6 rushing you down. But the other fact was that we have that empty hand to really kind of circumvent a lot of those low hexes. We did have great interactions with BEPAW. That spacing, critical, right? Trying to push back into hexes. I do love the alt hex setup that we had in those corners. BEPAW, solid game plan here, but RYAZO also was able to dismantle it throughout the set. And even sticking with Cagliostro in the final game, that's a fine call, because you're getting there. It's just trying to keep up with the damage output from RYAZO on 6 is so difficult to do, especially with a setup character like that.
Definitely, and you know, one of the things we saw there too is this is not BEPAW's main, right? And you can see it off some of those touches. Close H in the corner, far H in the corner even, when you had your cooldowns down, wasn't ready to convert.
Right, that's a big factor. There was so much damage left on the table because we didn't have those conversions. And granted, it is down special that we have to look out for, right? To go for the hula hoop, to try to close that gap. And without those, like, you're leaving a lot of damage on the table. Whereas 6 will cycle through their combos and get all their abilities back by the time the combo's done.
Right. And you could see some of the general game plan adjustments, right? Playing around the way RYAZO was approaching, trying to bait some of the anti-airs a little differently, even some of the teleports out, but just not quite ready for some of the minutia where RYAZO had the life lead and was ready to just gamble safely off these jabs.
Absolutely, and we're going to continue on this losers run. We're going back to a 1st-to-2 situation, though. It's going to be that K-Tang up against Kang.
Yeah, Narmaya against Percival. 2 character loyalists, and we've seen the Percival make so many changes already throughout this bracket, starting from very solid defensive style to much more aggressive style, baiting out a lot of defensive options from Inochi in the last set that we saw.
I wonder, is this a run back here? I don't remember. I was chatting a little bit with the crew, but let me pull up the bracket here just in case.
Yeah, winners
Not a run back on the top 8 side of things. I mean in pools.
Oh, from pools.
Yeah. Okay, they did 2-1 Kane. Yes, to qualify for winner side top 8 actually. So, yeah, okay. So run back for these two.
And a button check.
Yeah, so we'll see if there's any adjustments from the original set that these two had. I feel like the game plan could go either way because, like you said, the defense from Kane has been pretty solid. They're both kind of fishing for the same thing, but I think the last set that we saw, Kane against Inochi, right, was just to keep things locked down on this flame carpet. And I think that kind of applies here still. The problem, though, is going to be the crescent slash out, where we saw a lot of the close M interrupts from Makona. And I think that's going to be a factor here from Kane as well. These two have crossed paths before. They understand the tendencies. So I think Kane might still probably press out on these close ends to get the anti-air call out against crescent slash.
Right, and the neutral will also be pretty different because Narmaya is so fast on the ground.
Right.
We've seen K-Tang go for a lot of these quick ground approaches, a lot of the crescent slashes versus Kane playing a much more solid game, taking advantage of personal space control, but already an explosive start with the EX command dash, getting these 5 stocks on the table real quick.
Little dash M here. Oh, what an interrupt, 5L.
A nice check with the lights. And a good way to spend the stock for a chunk of damage here.
Ooh, very scary stuff here. Nice.
From Kane.
Far poke calls out the Setsuna, but tries to go for guard cancel here. Nice 5L interrupts.
Flame carpet out already.
What?
Eating up the ultimate Setsuna here.
You ever slash so fast you put a fire out? It's crazy. 2H follows through, ground bounce to finish the job.
Yup. Doesn't even need to spend the resource. Fireball will do it. I think one thing that will be interesting too is the crescent slash calls out just a system option to throw. It doesn't really care about which character you're playing.
Whoa, absolutely. Easy anti-air from K-Tang to start things off. With DP, we saw plenty of great DP interrupts there from Kane earlier.
Right, and no stocks for Kane. Expecting K-Tang to block the sweep, I think. Ooh. 6-6 out pressure, and only 1 stock this time.
Stagger for this corner. Setsuna, try to get the spot dodge. You got to be careful. You can't be spot dodging against K-Tang.
Sure, even on a 6-6L. That super will be enough.
Has to be so careful on the defensive options against Narmaya in the hands of K-Tang, because that crescent slash, yes, you're looking for that on that spot dodge. That's what you're hoping to try to get a solid punish while grounded, but K-Tang will delay some buttons here, try to change things up.
True, and speaking of changing things up, Kane now going for 1 stock and a little bit more offense.
We know that Kane loves to try to fit in a DP on these gaps against pressure. Throw, good late tech though.
Guard cancel, K-Tang trying to take the corner back here.
Ooh, what a poke. Ah, not enough hit stun.
Yeah, and just aware of the spacing too. You're not in the corner. Kane does have to overcommit a little to get that reset.
Ooh, backdash away, 2M. Nice finish here. K-Tang will take that first game.
And Maya's backdash is so quick. She's so good at being in and out to try and bait these throws.
Exactly. Depending upon the sword stance you're in, it's such a threat at that mid-range even. Not as threatening as Percival's mid-range, but certainly a problem.
For sure, and Kane getting 1 stock in neutral here.
stocked up. Oh, try to get the Flame Carpet interrupt by the looks of things there. K-Tang was quicker on the draw.
Yeah, K-Tang definitely looking for these Flame Carpets now. We've seen so many ways of interrupting already.
Yep.
Kane in a pretty tight spot now.
Now that you stripped away a core game plan of Percival here, that damage over top of the Flame Carpet, how do we get out, right? So, ooh, the delay. K-Tang with the stagger pressure won them this position. Loses semis. It's going to continue to win them better positions on the loser side of things. Round up. We're on match point.
Yeah, already, just like that. And we've talked about the player adaptations. Started already adapting from the bait with Crescent Slash, 6XLs, and now using the grounding movement to bait these throws. Kane's going to have to really make the right defensive adaptations.
Oh, no.
Even the non-EX Crescent Slash. Nice spacing from K-Tang.
Yeah, I think we tried to go for DP there, and Kane just did not get it out. Flame Carpet helps. Yeah, we tried to counter poke after Setsuna into old Setsuna before. And it's such a hard habit to break because K-Tang will vary it out way too early. Try to go for a meaty Raging Strike, and you're insane for that, K-Tang.
Kane trying to take the corner back with the guard cancel.
Oh, okay. Good patience for Kane. Blocks.
No more DP for K-Tang.
Gotta be careful. Look at how much damage over time that Flame Carpet did. What a jump in from Kane to finish the job.
Yeah, and K-Tang going for that dodge, definitely looking for something out of the command dash. But Kane so good at varying his options to make this command dash so terrifying.
I'm surprised we didn't get a late DP at the end there. We still had that on deck. Nice.
Kane finally has some more stocks on the table. No room to breathe though.
Oh yeah, we're spending this super early here. Big damage. All right, we set the tone for the rest of the match. Substantial lead for K-Tang. We can try to close this out to you fast here.
Nice guard cancel on the cross-up Crescent Slash, way to pressure K-Tang back towards the corner.
Guard cancel again. Kane wants to survive here. Sends it all home, but unfortunately, Raging Strike counter hit action here. Actually, just the guard crush even. It's the critical one because no brave points to push back. That's unfortunate. Big expenditure for Kane, but K-Tang will advance.
Yeah, and K-Tang smiling to himself a little bit here. Definitely was a guard cancel attempt. But Kane just did not bait and did not have the bravery points to attack afterwards either. That was a guaranteed kill once it connected. Had enough bar to convert, and K-Tang will be going on to fight BEPAW in this losers finals.
Yes, indeed. We've crossed the threshold here, the final three. These two, again, it is a Midwest classic. They will fight quite often. They understand tendencies. We even saw it in the RYAZO set. RYAZO still sitting on the winner's side of grand finals. We'll be going back to Fairy on this one. This will be a Fairy matchup for sure. There are a lot of great tools that Fairy can handle this matchup pretty well. Contend against Setsuna in the mid-screen. You're going to be okay there. The GG setups might be a little tricky. We're going to look for these hard knockdowns before GG comes into play. But K-Tang also has that explosivity in going for transient to try to call things out against BEPAW's setup. We can go for opposite side situations. K-Tang doesn't quite go for transient that often. It's usually just an honest run-up into I'm going to Crescent Slash you. We'll see if that does get implemented in this set, though.
Right. And, you know, you must have seen these two play on TNS a lot, too.
Yes.
And on net play, K-Tang actually has a good amount of wins over BEPAW.
Yeah, that's true.
But in the offline setting, BEPAW, I think, has won every set I've seen these two play at the locals here. So K-Tang definitely got his work cut out for him, seeing how he's going to play around the defensive options that Marvin represents.
It's always funny, like, yeah, the interactions between online and offline matches, they're still very close, right? But there's something different about the energy when you're sitting there live in a cage sometimes, in a wrestling ring sometimes, maybe just out on a stage with the entirety of the Midwest behind you screaming your name. That's a very different environment, and BEPAW has been in this situation many times over, but so is K-Tang, right?
Yes.
Like, especially in the life of GRANBLUE, we've been in these positions before, but you're talking about a strategist through and through. Like, BEPAW is one of those players who will really think the match thoroughly. Like, lives, breathes this matchup, tries to understand these interactions to keep your opponent locked in as we try to lock in our Fairy pick going into this losers finals match here.
I'm so methodical, not even just with the character matchup, but also the player matchup.
Yes.
Someone's got a lot of notes on player habits, and
Oh,
when you've
definitely.
played BEPAW a lot, you know that he's got the notes on exactly what you're going to do.
Yes. Anytime, if you ever have the opportunity to talk to BEPAW about strategy, about player styles, BEPAW will have those notes. We'll run the tapes, makes tons of reviews, and we'll change their play style to adapt to how you're playing very frequently. It's so interesting to see. Yes, BEPAW has like the I'm going to fight this character this way, but then the next layer is this player is a high-level player. This is how I beat that player.
Right? And no button check this time getting started right away here. BEPAW the default fairy color. But you know, we've seen K-Tang already adapt to everyone else's defensive habits so far. They're going to be a different beast here with this one, as you're already getting pushed to the corner by BEPAW's offense here.
You notice how reserved K-Tang is being right now?
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
that thought process of I can't just run it for free because of how often we're peppering the screen with not only normals but GG play with delay, up dog.
And I like the adaptation, totally different from any of the sets we've seen from K-Tang so far. Abiding by these sets until now we've got BEPAW in the corner, and it's Narmaya time.
Oh, dropped out. That is unfortunate. We'll get a side swap here.
Yeah, that's a huge drop.
GG not close enough. Did you throw BEPAW? I thought, yep, there it is. Unfortunate. That's a round, actually.
And that's that matchup experience from K-Tang's side. Knowing that BEPAW is going to expect you to wait for that mix-up, and knowing exactly when GG is going to proc, and that you have exact window to reversal there.
It's that moment is the fight in the action movie where both fighters are like fighting over a single gun and GG is back there and they're scrambling to figure out, okay, how do I put you on top of GG? GG is the gun in this analogy here. And BEPAW scrambles for gun. K-Tang's like, I got this, no problem. Oh, nice interrupt here.
Huge catch on the low.
But the crescent slash counter hit.
And again, we're seeing the attempts of that from BEPAW. A lot of run-up dodges already in this round.
The push to the GG here, very important for BEPAW. Oh,
Crescent slash over the GG set. And makes the guard cancel.
but that was the, oh my gosh, I think it was back special there from BEPAW.
Right. Not enough resource to kill. One more chance for BEPAW in this first match.
There we go, lock it in, just chip it out, chip it, it's yours.
Yep. And that's such a scary range too when you know that you could block normal with the special and have to dodge. You can just block the raw special as BEPAW used to chip out K-Tang here.
And that's the other layer. If you had to wait for GG to run out before you could apply that chip victory there, because if you layer on more chip damage, once you get to that threshold, it's not going to pass through if it's a true string. All right, delays, and we're still pressing here. K-Tang, opening combo is very significant here. Staggers, nice run up throw. BEPAW in trouble, no up dog yet. Good attack opportunity, side swap. Go to H. That could have been anti-air here from BEPAW. Nice.
It's such a patient game from these two. You can already see the experience these two have against each other. But spending the SSBA, no more BP on the table for K-Tang. That's going to be a lot of damage.
It's a great spend here, so that's opportunity for BEPAW to turn the tide. He has 3 points left, but a very good call out here from K-Tang. Blocking, so we got the guard cancel. Steal back our turn.
And no more meter left for K-Tang. Does not have any more of these ultimate options. More guard cancel.
Oh my goodness. And the music is getting intense right now. We're at the climax of the fight. Who will get that first point on the board and loses finals? So brave points in the finish goes to K-Tang.
Hard call out with that roll too. BEPAW fishing for that chip situation and K-Tang just gambling it all on that roll.
Oh my gosh. Very tight match. I think they were both in chip territory by that point.
Definitely, yeah.
So
that last guard cancel from BEPAW was exactly at chip health.
Okay. BEPAW taking a moment.
Believe in victory.
We'll go right back into a fairy here as we go into game number 2 of this losers finals. Yep, Seth's going to interrupt the hit grab here from BEPAW.
And a real aggressive start from K-Tang, who's clustering pressure against Fairy. Fairy does not have a lot of defensive options to get out of here this early.
Not at all. All right, guard cancel to steal back our turn. Off the crescent slash. The ult to you. Pull it back. Woo! Stagger off of 2L. The 5L open. Oh no, we make these hard call outs here. K-Tag in trouble.
But a rare drop from BEPAW.
Ult back specialist spent ult up dog here as well.
BEPAW's so good at just holding this space here.
No, way too late a DP. Opportunity for K-Tag, closes the gap. Guard cancel, hold our turn. Now it's Chip. Yep.
And just the stop sign.
I know. Yeah, once you put the chip situation in K-Tang's favor, there's no need to overextend, so 5L is a great button because it will get that low interrupt even if you dash up.
Right. So quickly adapting to the way K-Tang was just rolling through that situation before. And put on the back foot at the start of this next round.
What? There we go. Pull it in. Up dog there. Locked in corner. Tried to go for ult. Looks like it was... Oh no, Slash series there from K-Tang. There we go, BEPAW with the BEPAW.
There's a GG wall in between here. K-Tang going back to the stuff center neutral.
Oh, nice transient in the throw. See, very rare transient from K-Tang, and yet you still made the call out ready for it.
Huge DP bait. Not enough meter to kill for K-Tang here, but if you're BEPAW, you do not want to be in this corner right now.
Another guard cancel there. Another guard cancel again. Crescent. Worse for wear, but at this life point, it doesn't matter. And BEPAW is trying to set themselves up for success by tripping away. You gotta be careful. These 5Ls can get whiff punish. Just because it's a great button doesn't mean it's free. Oh, nice block.
BEPAW now knows that K-Tang is looking for that chip situation, and the patience. K-Tang definitely going for that to try and stuff out BEPAW's attempts to get that chip, and just gets hit for it.
Yeah, that run up here, of course, trying to go for that special, the hit grab to try to call out the run up. Unless we roll, you have to be ready for it, and it's so tricky to try to react to when you see the twirl. You have to be watching the destination, not your character on the dash, to really make that solid call out. But it's so fast and snappy, just like a transient is. But you're still able to attack.
A dive kick from BEPAW, looking for these approach options from K-Tang, dodges through the crescent slash. K-Tang cornering himself there.
You have GG, yeah, the TP is there. We've seen this in the corner before. We gotta start calling those out a bit more frequently than what we did before. Oh, guard cancel is not gonna work out for you there, too far.
Crescent slash will get K-Tang this offense back. Goes for a throw bait attempt.
Oh, nice, far heavy, Crescent, that's about as much as we can get, even on health now.
Ultimate TP does work out for BEPAW this time. Not quite enough advantage for a mix-up, but just opts to take the chip.
The slash. And it's down to what every single round has been at this point. That last 25% of the health. Guard cancel again.
And so much of it is now you're at this low health situation. You've got to be looking for the chip situation that could come up.
Yeah.
If you're not careful.
BEPAW finishing the job here. I think this offense is starting to crumble from K-Tang. We're exhausting every idea to try to open up BEPAW. If we have to do something really unorthodox, something that we wouldn't really normally do, and Transient, I think, is getting a bit more of that mileage from K-Tag. It is like that answer. We are getting teched out quite a bit, but imagine Transient teleport through. Let's see. Does get the hit grab, BEPAW. Get the side swap, not quite getting the full follow through. Opts to set up GG instead.
And still fishing for these guard cancel attempts.
Yeah.
Just gets caught pressing on plus frames though.
There we go.
BEPAW not even reacting to the crescent, but does this time get the throw baited. Huge lead for K-Tang now.
No, you can't kill here, K-Tag. There you go. Got the combo limit. Good relax. 5L. Tries to get out that guard cancel. Ooh. Stance swap. Very sketchy stuff here. K-Tag, strong lead right now. Oh, ult hit grab will work out.
a little bit later, using that GG to try and close the space again. Coming back from a near chip situation, but you got a 100-meter back, and here's the ball.
Yes, this is a huge walk down, but unfortunately, Alt Setsuna will come through in the clutch.
I like that as an option from K-Tang, though. Was sticking with the Setsunas early on to stop BEPAW's approach. Does not have to deal with the ball if you can just hit from behind it, right?
Absolutely, and that was a situation where you wouldn't use transient. Why would I put myself in a situation where I'm going to go closer to my opponent to give them exactly what they're looking for, despite dodging the super? It's to force an interaction. K-Tang made a correct answer. It's a block, though. Jump? Is that maybe jump L? I don't think so, though. I think that was jumping so to get opposite side to bait out DP. There's your jump L.
That's going to be a big chunk of damage and the cornerback.
So up here. Be careful. You know what's coming. There it is. Up. One more time. Watch out DP. That's why we're giving this wide berth.
But no more guard cancel chips left.
Not ready for this anti-air. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right still. You got walked down for free, though, from K-Tang. Substantial lead. Not quite there to finish the job. BEPAW does succeed. It was checkmate because GG's right behind you. You're going to take the chip from whip and push back into the GG. The GG would activate for victory.
And there was those variations from BEPAW, right? K-Tang trying to adjust the offense,
Right.
knowing that both of these players are playing around that chip situation, but BEPAW just one step ahead.
Believe in victory.
Adjusting where to put GG, adjusting where to stop these approaches, and there was the GG wall comes right back.
Yup. 2-1 on the side of BEPAW right now to try to make it back in the grand finals. The light and the side swap starter.
And Mash this time working out for K-Tang, not letting BEPAW get too many resets here.
Good cross though, counter hit. 2-1. Watch out for these spot dodges. BEPAW getting a little risky with them. It's the right call, right? You don't want to hold the block stun, but
Right, and just as you say it, gets caught dodging a 6-6L. You cannot get away with that.
got to be careful. As K-Tang, as Narmaya just starts to close the gap, it becomes riskier and riskier, especially as frenetic as K-Tang has been impressive. Not frenetic in a chaotic way, but frenetic in like being relentless in that offense.
Speaking of relentless, BEPAW, even with his back to the corner, trying to zone out here, but K-Tang with a falling ultimate crescent slash,
Right?
steals the corner right back.
Heavy spot dodge, just in case you go for guard cancel there, trying to make that hard read. The delay run up, not crescent this time, but we'll still get that guard crush, or guard cancel call out. Oh, chipped it.
Yeah, now BEPAW nearing the chip situation. K-Tang doesn't even need to commit, and a clean bait to even up the set and go to the last
Believe in
game.
victory.
2-all, losers finals.
Engage.
Fairy, Narmaya. Clash, oh, go for spot dodge. You thought a DP was going to come through, and K-Tang wins the rock, paper, scissors.
And a quick overhead. Doesn't even need to spend a meter this time.
Oh, stop right there, Citizen.
Quick
Oh,
run
nice.
of throw into the mix-up.
Side swap. This damage is going to be heavily mitigated because of the recent patch. But still a nice open for BEPAW. Try to tie it up.
Another mix-up opportunity. Nice overhead block from K-Tang though.
Here we go. Ult. Nice 2L. Empty in the low, but K-Tang ready for it. Nice DP.
Now you're holding more GG pressure.
Oh, this is fine. Even if you block, BEPAW's going to chip you out anyway.
Right.
Doesn't get the chip, but does get hit victory. Match point.
And I like the choice to just take advantage of the lack of frame,
Oh, yeah.
frame advantage. Walk up 5U, Fairy's getting that extra chip.
Ooh, nice set spin. There we go. GG will not come out here. That sets in the slash. Gonna catch you, the medium version. Oh, no. You saw that hesitation, try to stand up and say, actually, no, maybe I don't.
Especially when you've got the threat of so much of the guard cancel bait attempts.
It's trying to... BEPAW wants to hold the advantage here. It's about to get meter, so yeah, it's fine to spend that much, but My goodness. Very scary in a GG corner carry. No, actually side swap again. Calls out DP. That'll do. BEPAW will advance into grand finals on losing side. Very smart play right there. Very scary play. To gamble on spending that much Brave points, like, that is one touch away from evening the odds on the side of K-Tang. So you had to spend for super. And it puts you on an even playing field where you're both at 1 crystal anyways. So you're both going to take that extra damage regardless of who opens you up. But that paid off in spades for BEPAW. A lot of scary interactions throughout the set because, again, they play a lot. So these layers are certainly there.
Right, and there's that character expertise from BEPAW as well, right? Knowing that you can spend all of that resource because you get that mix-up situation after.
Yeah.
You've got a good health lead. You may have the guard cancel on the table, but when the defender has to hold a real 50-50 potentially, why overcommit? And BEPAW just lets K-Tang spend the ultimate DP.
Yes. And I do love the fact that we haven't abandoned that option entirely. The fuzzy situation with a jump L.
Right.
Despite it getting mitigated quite significantly, it's still an opportunity to open up, get better positioning as we saw from the routing that BEPAW took. And, you know, it's still an important part of the game plan. It's so interesting to see the human mind really think about GG on the field. And we know, you don't have to block low against this thing. It's just, all right, let me stand up real quick. Oh no, wait, I have to sit down. But you know that overhead's coming. Yet GG's going to activate. And you can't help but react to GG, and that is so fascinating about the design of this character to me. Is just the fact that visually you have to react to GG,
right?
Even though you know you're not supposed to. But that's the fear, as you called out earlier. Once you get GG to activate and you're blocking, now the 50-50 comes. Are you actually going high, or do you do empty jump low?
Right. And hard to blame K-Tang for going for the ultimate DP as well. We'll beat a lot of the quick offensive options that BEPAW has represented.
Exactly.
But will we even see GG in this set? Is definitely a question we have to ask because we saw the Cagliostro earlier in this matchup.
Right.
But does BEPAW ride the momentum? You know, you're coming off a tight win as Fairy. Your character, you've pushed to the ceiling as far as anyone has pushed his character on Earth so far.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be a scary interaction here. First to 3 territory. I do see BEPAW hovering on Fairy. I believe that was the warm-up the last time as well, but maybe we do ride that momentum. Maybe we found an answer. The Cagliostro was an experiment. But I wouldn't blame you if you went Cagliostro again. But you're feeling very comfy in Fairy right now. You might just continue that.
Picking the song already. I don't even know if we're button checking. I think we might just be going in.
Go into it. RYAZO, you're out of luck. No button check for you. All right, well, everyone at home, thank you so much for hanging out with us during this GRANBLUE Fantasy vs. Rising block here at Roundhouse 2024. Let's get some pop-offs in the chat for these players. Who's got Marvin? Let me see one for Marvin. Let's see 2s for RYAZO.
And there it is, the Fairy skipping the intros, getting started right away here on a fresh color as well. I love it.
Nice side swap, corner position here. Nice little hop here from RYAZO. Wait a minute, KOF player coming up.
Explosive start to getting right in there with the clone. Achievement for this.
You must be really hooked. I am hooked on some GRANBLUE. Air to air, no throw.
Ultimate parry, getting baited, but no punish. Guard cancels back into the corner. Nice backdash to bait the throw attempt, and BEPAW got to get a mix-up situation started here. You got a little bit of a comeback to make.
Overhead, finish the job. BEPAW should be putting that round on the board. It does. Did you see how much damage that did now that you have no break points? There was green, it was gone.
That close ball will take that 1 BP away from you. Explosive start with the main here. Throw off the flash, nice reaction. Is the fastest option you have in that situation.
Right. And demons. Ooh, neutral jump. No follow through on the jump though. Oh no. Wanted to buy a little more time for GG, but unfortunately hit 6 out of the picture.
I like the ultimate hula hoop there. That's one of the cool things about the ultimate mechanic, right? Is it lets you spend a cooldown that you don't have.
Right. Oh! See, this is the one thing that we've been missing. 2H from BEPAW. Got to get some of these anti-airs in. Outside of just the up dog.
Speaking of anti-airs, the dodge there is actually the better way to anti-air that wall bounce.
Yeah, very huge. It's very tricky to try to spot dodge and get a punish on empty hand, but DP to finish the job. First game to BEPAW.
Clean anti-air, and we're seeing a much more comfortable BEPAW
Yes.
in this set. It may be on paper the worst matchup, but definitely looking way more in his element here.
Oh, all right, we got our drill. Nice little dive kick here. Nice.
Guard cancel baits the pickup off GG. This is definitely BEPAW in his element.
Oh, alt parry though. That's a great answer from RYAZO. You don't want to deal with the GG. You don't want to deal with the high-low mix.
Right.
We get something.
Yeah, parry's just gonna cover any strike option there.
There we go. Oh, throw. Mistiming our wake-up situation here. RYAZO will absolutely spend this SSBA. Finish the job.
Yeah, that's a kill and a half right there.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, indeed. And way to get out of that corner situation. Just a small blunder, and it really starts to snowball, especially from 6, because that damage output is insane.
For sure. And you really need that momentum, too. That was still a close round.
Close heavy. Another one here.
Quickly guard canceling, just using the clone to escape the corner.
No. Heavy side swap. No. Goes for all back special. Does get the side swap at the end of it, though.
RYAZO, no fear on these wake-up throws. Knows that BEPAW might be looking to bait something here, and that will call out the dodge as well.
Nice medium. Let's pull it back. One more GG to call. Does have to block it, that's fine. That's the moment of hesitation there because we know gated demons is also a threat.
Going all the way in this time. In the past, we saw BEPAW looking for that chip situation. This time trying to enforce threat off the GG there.
Oh, you're dead? My goodness. A game apiece in this grand finals.
And that's where the 6 is really scary for the Fairy here, right?
Right.
Pulling up in the corner, Fairy, you're lacking defensive options, lacking a good up-close button even.
Nice roll. What a challenge. Oh my goodness. BEPAW, corner position. Now I want to see this pay off, right? Like, this is huge for BEPAW.
Right.
All right, nice patience with BEPAW, not going for the anti-air. That's why we tried to hold on that empty hand to try to remove that option away from BEPAW for even a fraction of a second.
And there it is, the 2H trying to threaten the wall jump.
Off the wall. Oh, let's get our knockdown. No!
A late reaction, looked like he wanted DP to anti-air there.
Yeah. Wanted DP, got fireball instead.
But this time DP on block will pan out as RYAZO aggressive clone gets poked out.
We're just gonna back and forth between these two the way we're going.
Right, RYAZO may be having momentum and the matchup advantage here, but BEPAW not looking phased.
Oh, nice into a 5L. Ooh, it's so tricky because that lingers way longer than you'd like. Spot dodge not going to work out here for BEPAW. No retreat. You can't retreat from Fairy. She's got those long normals.
Goes to try and pull him back in, but doesn't quite get the pickup. Tarzan swing into GG. I like that idea. RYAZO trying to catch a landing and running straight into GG there. Nice stop sign buttons.
Hands, get away. Oh, you got the lead. You don't have to move. That's all right, BEPAW. You could chip, that's for sure. But you have to be careful because 6-ball execution, it won't be a GG setup at all unless off and knockdown. That's what it is. Won't be raw GG.
For sure. And 6 may have a lot of ways to approach here, but BEPAW's such a lead, you don't even need to commit.
Yep, and this is important. The walk back and forth, that's to build the meter. So we take that single step, it's purposeful. So now your threat continues to build against RYAZO, the stress.
Right.
Without having to put out a button in an unsafe scenario, without having to put out a special, you're still building up stress because you do have SBA on deck. That ball will linger and guarantee that chip and force an interaction from RYAZO.
Yeah, one of the scary things about Fairy, right? You can't let her just build up meter.
Yep. You could say that for anybody, but for Fairy, In that situation, 100%.
Absolutely. But also, this situation for 6 is exactly where Fairy hates being, and already an anti-air bait from RYAZO with the high.
Yeah, finish this round.
Dead already.
Gotta be careful. Got to be cautious here, because that damage output from 6 is no joke.
Battle 2. Engage.
That's right. Empty hand. Oh, this time you see we're starting to get used to the fact that generally RYAZO will, nice actually the roll to avoid the gated demons, will actually go for a retreat on 6 claw. We've seen it before with BEPAW does the interrupt. Backdash to ignore the parry. Good round for BEPAW right now.
Man, those triple attack enders are so spooky, right? Great way for Fairy to mix up her enders and change up her frame advantage before GG so she can create a different situation for you to want to react to on defense.
Oh, it's Chip. Yeah, he had to empty hand here. Unfortunately, the ult TP not going to find the mark. BEPAW's still okay.
And close to a Chip situation, but now in the corner again.
Nice spot dodge. No! Where's the DP? But we got the throw. BEPAW with the round.
Yeah, RYAZO definitely looking for a guard cancel there. BEPAW has shown a lot that you do not want to be in this corner as Fairy, but great call out by BEPAW.
Nope, not your turn here. We're getting smart.
I don't think RYAZO's even represented the parry there yet.
It's been pretty infrequent, but the way that BEPAW has been navigating around it, like even with Gats, he got called out on GG setups. So that's that front of mind that this is an interaction RYAZO wants to put out there. Cash out. Not able to quite convert the whole thing. DP does get blocked.
A big chunk of damage. No, not enough meter to kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you might be able to Raging Strike. There it
Oh,
is.
yeah, there it is. Another one of the strengths of this character, right? So good at extending combos on the ground before needing to approach combo limit.
Yeah. And I do like how we cycled our route instead of spending Raging Strike early to make sure that, all right, I'm at least going to get some of my abilities back, even if this doesn't kill. We're able to finish the job. RYAZO looking a little worse off here in this round open. 2 all in the set. Either reset or it's ending here.
And a huge bait attempt from BEPAW, but RYAZO manages to escape the corner. BEPAW swinging into the corner himself. Not sure how intentional that was, but RYAZO, big opportunity for a comeback now.
But knock at the door here. Guard cancels out of the corner. Too far for the hula.
And too far for the DP.
Oh, yes. Not able to finish the job quite yet. Resets the combo. There it is. The staggers. Trying to remove a brave point. See? It's 6 claw execution every time we put out GG. Oh, no.
Classic fighting game quick draw situation.
Jump back. Wants to bait out DP. And look, you don't need to push yourself into any bad situation here. Oh, no!
BEPAW looking to call out something with the EXDP.
Yep. Wanted to call that jump arc. I feel like we were expecting a jump install to make that approach. It was a double-layered offense from BEPAW to try to guarantee that unblockable DP that one with the EX.
Right, and the solid play from RYAZO here showing why this matchup can be tough for the character as well, taking full advantage of the speed of the approach.
Nice. Are serious? Ooh, BEPAW pressing. All right, no button press yet. Wanted to call out maybe a further button, try to interrupt the approach. GG gonna lock you down, no guard cancel.
I like RYAZO saying Real Solid has not bitten on any of these guard cancel baits yet. Oh, parry active enough to bait the GG?
You jump in. Yep, there we go. Good spot dodge. BEPAW is aware of the layers. The mistake of the last interaction here. The no break points. That's a huge mistake. And that will be tournament point. RYAZO takes it 3-2 over BEPAW in grand finals at Roundhouse 2024. That's so unfortunate because it was DP calls there.
Yep.
We saw several times throughout the set where BEPAW tried to make that solid, just let me go DP here.
Right.
And RYAZO had the time to just sit and block. We saw it a few times throughout the set. So that is very unfortunate to quickly try to pull that out without guarantee of getting that victory.
Yeah. And the block's reasonably risky as well, right? BEPAW representing a lot of guard cancel throughout the tournament so far. You could be holding more disadvantage from Fairy offense there, but BEPAW opting to go for these DPs to just get out of dodge on defense, and RYAZO with a solid defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, honestly, some of the decision making in that it's tough because you're trying to play several layers deep against an opponent you play many times over. And I think that was probably the one blunder throughout the set for sure, was the frequency of DPs from BEPAW. Like, that really set the tone for the amount of damage output that RYAZO was capable of, and made open opportunities that weren't necessarily there. That was just forced errors from BEPAW throughout that set. And RYAZO, excellent job capitalizing. Even in that full screen interaction, we just stopped, right? We just waited. Like, I have a slight lead, but the moment you put out a button, that's empty hand territory. The moment you put out GG, that's going to be alt 6 call execution. I have ways to close the gap, and I have ways to, obtain victory. And we saw it here, RYAZO, very clean play.
For sure. And sometimes when you're playing a character lacking defensive options, you really have to play around, are they going to keep baiting it?
Yes, that's so huge. And RYAZO is still very consistent at trying to bait things out. And I think the caution was also there for BEPAW. Like, we did have a lot of interactions. Like, maybe we can try to bait out certain plays because the parries, right? Parry was so huge this match. And the adjustments were there for BEPAW to make those call-outs, make those attempts at, like, the one big one that was huge, right? The immediate response from BEPAW to set up GG, let me go for a DP opportunity, and that double layer offense because of the short hop. All right, I'm not doing this because I know you're going to go for parry or another interaction. You're going to find that jump art. And yet RYAZO still had another answer on top of that for that exact same scenario. So it's great to see the back and forth from very highly skilled players. And congratulations to our top three. Is going to be that first, right? RYAZO, second to BEPAW, and third to K-Tang. But also, we're going to have like a phenomenal showing. Like, thank you to all the competitors that showed up. And thank you to all of you watching. And, NPC, thank you for hanging out with me on this GRANBLUE. Greatly appreciate it. But we will have a medal ceremony in just a moment to round it out here. There's still plenty of action. Uni 2 is about to happen on pools. I think still got some Street Fighter action going on as well as seen on the other screen. It'll be on IFC Yipes channel. But yeah, still lots to look forward to today here at Roundhouse.
Definitely.
Woo. But yeah, last night we had our LCQ for Street Fighter 6 on the mid-best games. We do have those streams going through. I believe we just had the Tekken mid-best happen. It might have just been, I missed it. I went out to grab some breakfast this morning. So
yeah, Tekken mid-best happened. I think Street Fighter 6 mid-best is happening right now on the IFC stream if you want to tune into that as well. Okay. A lot of tight competition going on over there.
Yeah, still more to look forward to. Like I said, Uni is going to be up next, and Tekken 8 still running. Those finals will be happening tomorrow for the singles competition for both Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8.
And there will also be some Guilty Gear Strive action later tonight as well.
Tonight will be Guilty Gear Strive, which I'm looking forward to seeing that play. I just saw Hotashi walk into the building, so maybe get some of that competition pulling up.
Yeah, and very stacked bracket for that as well.
Oh my gosh, of course, it's Chicago. Chicago and Guilty Gear synonymous with stacked. At this point. Like, that is how it's always been for Guilty Gear over the years. I mean, come on. Frosty Fawcett. I saw Elvin Shadow already competing today. Right. So there's still lots to look forward to here as we get our medal ceremony in just a moment. Actually, keys even. We're going to get some keys handed off to the players out here because I see some excellent plaques off to the side for the mid-best competition. That's specifically for them. I think we're almost ready. I see Bryce in the background running around. We got the test going. Yeah, I do hear the testing going on. So we'll get that medal ceremony in just a moment again. Everyone in chat, thank you so much. We still have more after this. Do we know what's on stream after this one?
I am not sure. I want to say Under Night, but I know Strive is much later. So there's going to be some game before Strive. And I think there is also Xrd happening somewhere.
That's right. Xrd is happening. Yes, today. Xrd is today. Oh my gosh. Disrespect to Xrd. I'm so sorry. Xrd's happening today, which is definitely why Elvin Shadow is here today as well. But yeah, still lots of action throughout the day. This artist alley has been phenomenal. This space has been phenomenal. I don't know if you all know this, but every single room is a suite. And I had a surprise when I walked in because I thought I've made a mistake. There's something wrong. No, every single room is a suite in this hotel. It's a great venue space. Hope you look forward to coming out because they're next year, if it's in the same city, which I imagine it is.
Probably.
because the restaurants out here are fantastic. Just tried Nomu yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It's only been open for 3 months. Fantastic ramen.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically Chicago's Koreatown. Lots of Korean food around here as well. And, great upgrade to the venue as well because, Midwest is such a big growing scene.
Right.
Definitely need the space to hold such a scenes as this, right?
That's true. There's room for growth. There's 2 ballrooms, actually. So we have this one here for our main tournament games, side games from the secondary ballroom. Even, I think there's going to be a Mahjong table in there.
There is,
so,
yep.
All right.
Set up all weekend. Mystery game, I know, just happened in there as well.
Oh, nice. Yes, of course, Chicago's special. That mystery game tournament happening. It is a full stacked event of games being played this weekend, so please stay tuned for even more Chicago Mid-Best action as it continues through the ranks.
Oh, yeah, and it wouldn't be Roundhouse without all the games around the house in the
Yes,
venue.
in the cage. We are locked in this cage here. They won't let us out until Seth decides to start pulling up the mic and start talking about this top 3 as we run into it. But yeah, you can kind of see in the background here the crowd that's been hanging out in the hall. Gekyo showed up this weekend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gekyo has been at the last few Roundhouses here. And, Seth, the unhinged mic controller here will be saying a few words. So let's get it over to Seth, who is beatboxing before he says something else problematic. Here we are. Seth, take us away.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Top 8. Hands. I'm here to present the keys to the Roundhouse of 2024, giving it to our top 3 players. They have earned their right to stay in the GRANBLUE room here at Roundhouse. Now I'm going to get that underway. In 3rd place, we have K-Tang. Oh, that's a heavy-ass key.
Congrats, buddy. 3rd place.
In 2nd place, my dude, BEPAW. You're welcome, Marvin. And our champion for the GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising bracket here at Roundhouse 2024, RYAZO. Congratulations. Congratulations, everybody in our top 8. Thank you for watching. We're coming back to the commentators.
Congratulations to RYAZO for being Roundhouse 2024 champion of GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising. And once again, thank you all for tuning in for this. Don't go away. We still have more fighting game action. NPC, it's a real pleasure hanging out with you.
For sure.
And until next time, everybody, later days.
The Midbest and Roundhouse 2024 fashion lines are coming straight from flyover country to your door. Our drop features a full line of heavyweight tees, along with zip and pullover hoodies. Protect your dome with a winter beanie, or fight the inevitable winter with sweatshorts, and let them know you got this shit on for real. Buying merch is the best way to directly support the organizers. The shop closes 1 week after Roundhouse ends, so make sure you go to start.gg/rh24/shop. Blazing Strike is a retro, pixel art-based 2D fighting game with a unique set of characters, all tied together by its core mechanic, the Rush System. Out now on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC, October 17th. Pre-order your limited edition now. October 9th, save the date, Frosty fans! Registration for Frosty Faustings goes live on Wednesday, October 9th at 12 p.m. Central Time. Check out our website and Twitter page for the hotel links that keep you warm and cozy next January. With 24 main games, 36 community games, and 4 nights of karaoke at a 24-hour venue, and the final Platinum level event on the Arc World Tour. That'll surely excite you enough to register early, right? I mean, that is the plan, right? To save some money with early registration? Well, give it a try and see how it tastes. World Warrior US Midwest resumes on Saturday, November 23rd. This is the final qualifier for the region and your last chance to earn points to join the top 8 finals in December. The finals will determine who gets an automatic bid into Capcom Cup 11. Registration for the final qualifier opens on November 9th. Set your reminders now to join up at start.gg/SF6 Midwest 5. That's start.gg/SF6 Midwest 5.